Hey y'all, Will Healy here. Happy Dad Joke Friday. I had a recent interview for a new position and they asked if I was willing to relocate. I told them sure, I'd be happy to set up anywhere from my kitchen to my guest bedroom or even in the basement. Okay, I write my own jokes. Anyways, I'm typically pretty positive on new technologies and the efficiencies they generate, and I hope you see that in my videos and my content. But this recent trend I've been reading about has me stumped and unsure. The trend I'm talking about is the automated interview. Two recent articles, Your Next Job Interview Could Be with a Robot from Axios, and Where Automated Job Interviews Fall Short from the Harvard Business Review. These both dive into the topic, and I want to add some of my own insights to these articles. I got to set up some definitions. So what would I consider a traditional interview today? Like face-to-face in person, shaking someone's hand, right? Or the virtual interview, virtual has become so real. If you do a Teams or a Zoom or a FaceTime where you're both there talking, I think those are good interview tools. But then there's this whole category called the technology-assisted interview, what I'm going to call the automated interview. And these are things like chatbot interviews where you get asked questions and you text them in. And these are asynchronous, right? The interviewer is not there. It's all with a computer. Or maybe you're taking little quizzes or something. Those could be okay. An automated video interview, this is asynchronous presence where you have to kind of record videos of your responses. A lot of them you only get one shot. You don't get multiple tries. And then adding on things like AI-assisted artificial intelligence, where the AI makes recommendations based on the interpretation of various features like facial expressions or gestures or tone of voice, keywords, those kinds of things. And then there's even AI-led technology-assisted interviews where where the AI is making the decisions without human revision, like passing people on to the next phase of the recruitment process or even hiring. I see personally three major problems with this technology right now. The first is this is very disconnected on a very human process. So, there's more to work than the hard skills, right? Is the person a cultural fit? Are there good soft skills? Can the person listen, process, and add value to the conversation? You're not going to find that out in a hastily recorded video that they don't get to try again. Dehumanizing is the second problem I see, right? This is weird and unnatural communication where the interviewee is at a major disadvantage with zero nonverbal cues or even any social cues. I mean, it's really strange to have an interview one directional. That's not communication. Communication is bidirectional. And then third, that I'm most concerned about is can be discriminatory. The Berkeley Haas Center for Equity, Gender, and Leadership reports that 44% of AI systems are embedded with a gender bias, and about 26% are displaying both gender and race bias, and that is a major problem. And there's been some recent videos showing how AI can definitely have a race bias, and so this is something that I'm very concerned about using these tools. And so with the Bureau of Labor and Statistics reporting 1.7 open jobs per unemployed person as of December 2021, and our skills gap widening in manufacturing, the implementation of these types of tools in the early interview process are only going to make our talent pipeline problems worse right now, not better. And while I heavily support automation, I support it with the caveat on how does it make our workers' lives better. And not all things should be automated. We've seen that, right? Robots should do what robots do best, and humans should do what humans do well. And I really want to know, am I wrong about this? I want to hear in the comments about your personal experiences with the automated interview and how it made you feel as an interviewee. Please don't share company names, but I want to hear about how it made you feel. And in my opinion, if you're in charge of recruiting or hiring in your organization, if you want to set your company apart from your competitors today, take the time to make sure that your plant tour shows your great company culture and take the time to make real human connections with your potential employees. So, until next time, ask yourself, what will I automate next?